Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Bob DiBiasio of the Cleveland Indians, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to yet another wonderful event connected to the 2019 Major League Baseball All-Star Week. We are here today to unveil the first of several enrichment projects that will benefit communities and our children all across the greater Cleveland area. A number of my Indians teammates are with me today, a few we would like to recognize. Please welcome Indians owner and CEO, Mr. Paul Dolan. Executive Vice President, Dennis Lehman. And Cleveland Indians Charities Executive Director, Rebecca Kodish. I would also like to recognize from the City of Cleveland, Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland, appropriately. Through Tuesday, July 9th, which of course is the date of the 90th Midsummer Classic at Progressive Field, we will be joined by various community partners and special guests to commemorate all the tremendous work done in preparation for the momentous occasion of playing host to the All-Star Game. While the work for this year's projects began a little more than a year ago, this overall effort actually began 22 years ago here at the Larry Doby All-Star Playground. It was, in fact, the very first MLB All-Star Legacy Initiative. Since then, MLB and host communities have contributed more than $90 million to legacy and community projects in cities across America. So today we are bringing home where it all started. To speak on behalf of our home, please welcome the mayor of our great city, the Honorable Frank G. Jackson.
Good afternoon. I want to congratulate the Boys and Girls Club and particularly the Doby family on the renovation, rededication of this playground, and really thank Major League Baseball and the Cleveland Indians, not only for doing this today, but 22 years ago. I can remember I was a councilman back then, and I remember coming to the groundbreaking and the ribbon cutting at that time, and I know how much it was appreciated by the Boys and Girls Club then, and I know the children and the families of King Kennedy. But today we have a new council person. She's been around for a while, but she took my place as Councilwoman Cleveland.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor Jackson. And good afternoon, everyone. This is really a special day, starting off a special weekend here. And I'm so glad that we're here right in the heart of our community. Again, as the mayor said, this was a road started a long time ago, and we're at another crossroads where we're rededicating and re-improving Larry Doby Park. And Mr. Doby, thank you so much to you and your family for all you've done and all your family has done for Cleveland and for baseball. And again, I want to say just a big thank you to the Cleveland Indians and to Major League Baseball, and we're going to have a great weekend.
Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland is one of the leading youth organizations in our city, providing kids with safe, fun places after school. Today, as a result of a campaign aided by Cleveland Indians Charities, there are 13 clubs in our community. Each day, an average of 1,000 kids walk into a Boys and Girls Club in Cleveland seeking a helping hand to grow and develop on academic issues, health, lifestyles, and character development. Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland President Ron Soder, give a wave, Ron, last year received the Heart and Soul Award from the National Boys and Girls Clubs of America. His passion and commitment to the kids is strong and impactful. So thank you, Ron. Thank you for the Boys and Girls Clubs team for your dedication to the youth of our community. Today's ribbon cutting ceremony, again, is just the beginning of several dedication ceremonies taking place during All-Star Week. Also in the central neighborhood, just a few blocks away at East Tech High School, a new digital arts studio has been created. It'll be a great resource for our high school students. In addition, we'll be renovating baseball diamonds throughout the city at Brookside Park, Luke Easter Park, and at League Park. As we have mentioned, 22 years ago, we created the Larry Doby All-Star Playground here at King Kennedy. Please help me welcome our next speaker, the director of the Boys and Girls Clubs right here at King Kennedy, Mr. Richard Starr.
How everybody doing? Good. All right, we're gonna keep it real short and keep it moving. First, so I have the opportunity to give you a little history of Boys and Girls Club as well as this club. This is the same club I went to when I was a kid in the 90s, and I was actually here when this playground was first ribbon cutting ceremony. So now as a young adult, it feels great to upgrade our playground for our youth, as well as being a part of this whole process, Melanie. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to CMHA, Mr. Patterson and his team, as well as Mr. Henry Price and the AMP leader for King Kennedy, supporting us on everything that we needed done, as well as Major League Baseball, and most important, you know, the Larry Doby family. I was a recipient of one of their first scholarships, as well as all the work that him and his family do year in and year out without even being asked. I just want to say thank you, everyone. Enjoy this opportunity for our kids, and welcome to the King Kennedy Boys and Girls Club. Now I have the next pleasure to introduce a young teenager who will be speaking, Mr. Tyreek Drain.
How everyone doing this afternoon? I'm Tyreek Drain. I've been a club member since I was about 6 years old. Now I'm 18 years old. I grew up here playing on the old park, and I loved it. Like, it kept me out of trouble when I left, and the Boys and Girls Club always kept me out of trouble. Because all the parks in the community was knocked down. This was the last one left. So I feel this park will be good for the kids and keep them out of trouble and keep them around the club even more. I recently just graduated from East Tech High School, and which I played a lot of sports growing up in the club, so I traveled on to my high school career. Now I'm going on to Bethany College at West Virginia, where I'll be studying physical therapy, so I can be a physical therapist in 4 years and continue playing football and running track. I would just like to thank everybody who helped build this park up for the youth from the community.
Thank you, Tyreek. Good luck in college.